Hey guys, today I have something very special for you. So it turns out that with my powerful knowledge, I have secured a 4-inch figure of Toadette. Now you're wondering, where can I find this and who gave it to you? Well, Jakks Specific gave it to me because today, baby, I am sponsored by Jakks Specific. Yeah, Jakks. Okay, fine. I didn't get sponsored by Jakks. Over the weekend, I went over to Nintendo NYC and I found the entire newly announced wave of Jakks specific Mario figures, which includes Toadette. So I decided, why not to pick one up, to feel exclusive for basically the next 2 months. Now, for those of you that don't know who Toadette is, I'm one of those people because I don't really know much about her. I know she's been in some games, some Mario games, also the new one, Mario Wonder. So that's kind of my knowledge about it. Anyway, to get into the box, it's basically regular Jakks stuff. You got the name, you got the emblem on the side, you got the price, about $13 actually from Nintendo World, which, let's be honest, it's not too bad, especially for a Jakks figure. Here's the rest of the wave. 5 figures, not bad. I mean, they're all reused, but it's all right. It's all good. Now, on the back of the box, you can see we have her in a pose. There's one thing I noticed on those hands, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. So, after taking her out of the packaging, I think Jakks did a pretty good job with capturing Toadette. I think that there's nothing too big of an issue based on design-wise. I mean, look, the spots look fine. I mean, the jacket looks good. The only thing that could really hinder the figure is if it had a little bit of a QC issue. It would kind of make me a little... Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. But I'm not going to make a big deal over it because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter too much. Now, if they messed up anything on the hair or hat, I would be a little mad, I'm going to be honest. But thankfully, they didn't do that with my figure, at least. So I can congratulate Jakks on that. So good job over here. On the bottom of the feet, we have the numbers that I don't know what they mean, but they definitely mean something. And the rest of the figure looks good. Now, for articulation, I'm just going to get right into it. These hands kind of make me a little disappointed. They are on hinges instead of a ball joint, which really limits the articulation that you can have with the hands themselves. And for some reason, the hands just feel a little loose and kind of like rubbery. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like the new Marvel Legends arms that they're doing. It just feels a little uneasy, and it just doesn't make me feel like safe holding the figure with the hands. And that's the big thing I have. But with the hinges, it limits the articulation, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter since it's just a $10 figure. Now, for the rest of the articulation, you have your basic things like your swivel and the head. You have some slight movement on the head over here, so that could be a neck joint. Now, for leg articulation, you have some of the new movement that Jakks has been adding to their Toad figures specifically, so where you can move the legs forward and backwards, and you also have boot articulation. Now, this is going to be a weird nitpick, but I feel like Jakks could have added some sort of articulation to the pigtails where you could have some sort of bendable plastic that you can move around, but it's alright. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, she comes with this gold coin. It's alright. I wasn't really actually expecting her to get like a really cool accessory. The gold coin isn't as cool as the one that SHF gave their Mario, but like I said, I'm not going to hold them to the same standard that I hold SHF or SH Figure Arts. Now for comparisons, I do have a couple of good ones for you guys. Here she is next to the SH Figure Arts Mario and the Jakks Specifics Luigi. Here she is compared to 2 other figures I got from Nintendo NYC, the new wave Yoshi with the toe articulation and the re-released version of the 2.5-inch Boo. Here she is compared to the new Jakks Specifics 4-inch Peach, which actually I didn't know this, but her and Peach are actually pretty close, as in she's like her maiden or something. That's what I got from reading the wiki, which I don't know if you guys know this, but the wiki can get a little weird. Here we have her next to some of my favorite Mario enemies, Ludwig and Hammerbro. Ludwig's actually the same size as her, so I guess that's a nice little neat detail for you guys. Now for some random comparisons, we have her next to the SH Figuarts Anya, the Marvel Legends Spider-Gwen, and the Figma Chica Fujiwara. It's actually kind of weird how many female pink-haired figures I have, which unfortunately is only gonna grow stronger once I get. Alright, now it is finally time for the comparison I know you guys have all been waiting for. Here Toadette is compared to the 4-inch scaled the 4 Marvel Legends Noir. Yeah, baby, look at him in all of his glory. Oh yeah, and then here she is next to some other Toads I have. The Mario movie Toad from Jakks Pacific, and then a Lego Toad I've had since I was a kid. Now before this, there's also been a 2.5-inch Toadette, but I don't have it. Another thing I'd like to note is that both Toadette and the Mario movie Toad kind of have the same sort of articulation, which is just a little thing I noticed, that's all. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's just something to note. And for one more Toad comparison, I have this Happy Meals Mario movie Toad figure that I've got out of a McDonald's Happy Meal. Yeah, it's a McDonald's Happy Meal Mario movie toy. Now for my final thoughts, I think that Jakks overall did a pretty good job with capturing Toadette's likeness in this figure. They definitely could have fixed some things with the hand articulation and added some maybe bendable plastic, like I said, for the pigtails, to like kind of just spicing it up, not just give us just a basic figure, but it is what it is. Overall for $10, it's pretty good. Now that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's review. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below what you guys want me to review next, and tell me guys what you think down below, also in the comments about the figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.